by.
Yeah, light shields to work with, 2 away from getting the tour de force online, and immediately we're going to have the challenge. Durka safe down below. Has the TP out if he needs it. So that control, it's going to be kept, and I feel like PRX, that reveal might have sold them some fake information, Tom. They might think at this point that they're actually pretty clear around mid, that Fnatic don't have that information, and I think that's why they're trying to bait them out, make some noise on A, show some presence, and then hopefully catch them on this B push, but they've been caught here as well, detected, and I think this is going to have to be a reset out of PRX with that early round. A lot of this comes down to if Durka is going to be caught in mid or not. It's just so much info for Fnatic to hold for free.
Yeah, they're slowly making that rotation back towards this B side. Now, Althea is holding his wall. You kind of expect him to be a little bit deeper. Instead, though, you're going to have the showstopper from Jingg. It does a lot of damage, but actually Enzo lands the shot, taking one at least. And still a couple of players are around this angle. The wall's been used to almost give them an avenue back in on the retake. But with the lurk finding Mystic, they might just rotate here.
Yeah, that got Durka pulling back out of mid as well. Forsaken fills in that information, fills in the gap. On short, that battle going down, it has Durka fully distracted. That calls for reinforcements, and so Forsaken strikes. Beautiful execution by PRX. This early round really didn't go their way, but they have recovered so nicely on that, and it's Mindfreak to close the round with a triple.
Yeah, he's been so impressive.
And it's something we'll see many, many times out of this guy. We talked about it, his neon aggression in the earlier telly that we had. Yep, that's some early aggression out of him there. A little bit more as he takes down Enzo. Of course, only pistols that he's up against, and, well, PRX not having too much trouble.
Really clean. The aggression basically caught off almost instantly by a flash. Durka has to just almost betray his teammates. Like, sorry, Alpha, this one's on you. And, yeah, again, just flawless out of PRX. Leaving just Boaster, last man standing, not really able to have much impact in this round, and PRX make that one look incredibly. Just to almost try and deny this, but early in the round, again, mid-control going to be battled for, and Jingg slowly making his way through B main.
Yeah, this round Forsaken's a little bit more of a duelist. He doesn't have a trap to play with, so it also means you got to up the pace from PRX a little bit. They could be pushing A right now. There'd be no information there. 2 players already going to be stunned up on site. Not able to hear a damn thing. Deafened as the showstopper comes in. It's not finding the kill. It's not finding anything, but Jingg made online for the back. That should be a nice, easy kill. And so the plant comes through. PRX 4v2. Operator on Turk for the retake. Certainly not ideal, but he's winging it towards middle. And Tom, I see Davai sitting around there.
It seems like they do expect the lurk in every spot, but Davai just ready. Leaving Mystic alone, and while financially not in the greatest of spots, probably just going to try and escape out of there. Flash is good, and he's managed to steal the operator. Davai's blinded himself. I don't think he expected that to be the way the duel went, but Jingg with a triple kill. A quiet game from him so far, but 3 kills in this round, so not on quite as good. Yeah, on this map versus FPX, so a close one at that. We'll see what they have planned for this defense. Knife already being thrown over the top. Maybe trying to fake out a little bit of information early. Forsaken just looking to try and play within the smoke placed down by the attackers. They should be aware of this, and with Enzo still having prowlers, I'd be surprised if they're caught.
Oh, the boom bot, it gave the distraction that was needed, the timing for Forsaken, and now he's back over to short, ready to hold down, but the team resets. They move through mid. You know, we TP'd out of here a moment ago. That flash is good. Davai doesn't realize they've gone past him. They're in the spawn behind, and Davai has no idea. Durka able to take one before going down. That mistake corrected, and then doubled down on beautiful. Leaving Boaster alone. Well, he is just being surrounded, pushed on every side, but it looks like he's going to hold strong a little bit longer.
He basically caught that nade.
An operator for Durka. One of the main things.
They win the round and don't buy.
And it's caught it. Yeah, no, it's a strange one. Like you said, coming out of previous round, though, they lost so many players. They survived the previous with, was it nobody or just the one that came through?
I think it was 2.
No, the one before.
Oh, the one before was nobody, yeah.
Nobody.
Boaster died to the spike.
So your economy is just in such a rough spot that they've almost made the right call. It's very, very rare to see this happen, though.
Yeah, and I guess when you have Durka, you can almost take that gamble every once in a while, because there's a good opportunity. He might just win you the round. Nonetheless, rifle retrieved. Forsaken, though, is going walkabouts. So dangerous when he gets in this zone. And actually, Boast has gone down, trying to sneak his way through again, and now it's just free. It's so free. That's a spike on the deck. Dirk has been able to take one back, but he has to go on a retrieval mission.
Yeah, you're peeking right into this op. There's not a lot that can get them across on this. It looks like they might just want to dry peek into this. A little bit of utility to clear close corner, but
they didn't get the spike.
They haven't got it. No, they're not even close. They're still worried about him. Finally, though, a star comes back online. It looks like we might have an attempt out of the defensive side to crunch in on that spike. Getting past the utility for a moment. So
both sides are open.
They used the smoke to walk past the trap on A, but then have gone back completely. And Fnatic, you know, meanwhile, they're letting them do all these little mind games and so on, and they'll just take B.
It's happened a couple of times. Bankai, though, winning that duel versus Enzo is actually a huge deal. Now Durka going to try and reclaim this angle. He's definitely going to peek into this. You can already see the ult was almost utilized by Bankai, worried about this position. And Nightmare is not even going to connect onto him. So Dirk is still going to have all his sound. Waiting, nice shot from Alpha as well. But the shot missed from Durka. Turning it back into that 2v2 scenario. Looking to try and swing into this operator, a second miss. And now Alpha is the last man standing. All he has is his pistol, trying to turn this around. The first goes his way, but Mindfreak will drop him. Once again, we go 9-9, but I guess considering they didn't properly buy it,
it was,
not a bad
you know,
round.
The easiest way to say it is it was a bonus round for Fnatic, right? Like, X and put you onto an eco, potentially an 11-9 scoreline. Jingg, same play out of the flash, and he's in. They have absolutely no idea that this pace is a possibility, and that's the spike drop. Jingg is just lightning fast, and there's nothing that Fnatic can do about it. 2 versus 5.
He's just put smoke on the spike. It's like they're trying to troll Fnatic in half of these rounds.
He's used the tour de force, so, like, yeah. Smoke it up. They're not going to push into that with a tour de force, are they? Yeah. It's a big risk.
And they've got a res as well if they ever wanted to try and throw that in. I don't think this will be the round they're going to use it, but I love the fact that every time we see that same push. All right. Okay. I think Forsaken might have had a little bit of tunnel vision there.
Well, they've managed to obtain that spike after the smokes had dissipated and got back in with one being pulled back. Still so much for Fnatic to do. They're in the attacker spawn with 40 seconds left and half the manpower their opponents have to work with. Mindfreak still has a ton of stars. Utility really not looking to be
30 seconds
any sort of problem. And there you go. And that nade is about to ruin his day. Jingg's got 4, and the showstopper's almost back, Tom.
Utility that make PRX god tier.
Look,
Jingg alone is good.
You can do that every round in ranked, and it's not going to work the majority of the time. You're going to look silly going blast packing down mid, and it's funny to watch it and go, but how can a pro team not? He's blast packing mid. Come on, you can hear it. He's done it already, but it's because, yeah, like you said, there's so many other things for them to worry about. There's the blast packs, there's the haunt, there's the stun, there's all these things coming their way, and now a tour de force to deal with. But they have managed to take down Bankai on the other side.
I was going to stick that for a second.
You will not kill my
There's the res. Right back up into a 5v4, and not anything that PRX can do about it.
Was that TP a distraction to get them away from B main? Because if it is, that's genius. It's like, okay, well, he's trying to take side control. I have to run back and fight him. Jingg, though, just re-aggresses. Dirka's alive for about 5 seconds, and he's already dead once again. Ready to set up in towards this A site. Nade looking at that cross as well to try and slow them down if needed. No ultimates available either for Fnatic, so getting in here is not going to be easy, unless, of course, Mystic just pops.
He just jumped into it! He jumped into the knife while he had the oh, no! The showstopper was out, and then he just completely ruined it. Fnatic walkout. Find it easily. Jingg dealt with in heaven, and that is a disaster for the old Ute. How has he gotten 2?
I don't know, but it seems like they've gone tunnel vision into their position. Somehow Mindfreak has brought this back into a winnable position, knowing roughly where a couple of these players are. Enzo just sat around the generator. One player almost directly below him, making this drop should be instant death, but he's actually got a little bit further. He isolates the first, and there's no trade for Enzo. This 1v4 is on, and it leaves it down just to one man standing, pinged up by the haunt, looking for the final player, and somehow Mindfreak brings this back. It looked like a done deal after a slip-up from PRX, but somehow this man wins it again.
Yeah, his clutch potential is off. Fields, a frenzy on Bankai for final round a half. Look, it's not ideal, but Jingg's gone. He's sending it again. The reveal's huge. Jingg's got 2. That play has been teased again and again. And finally, PRX get the success out of it. Couldn't be a better round for it. Now those disadvantages, well, they don't look so bad when you've got a 4v3.
That was gorgeous. As you said, they attempted it a couple of times. This is the one time it's properly paid off for PRX, and it's at 12-11. Again, we're going to see a reset from Fnatic in towards mid. Try and wait and patiently watch to see if anybody's going to get aggressive, but not this time. Forsaken sat in the corner towards the logs. He's got the crossfire as well with Mindfreak. You've got deep control on A as well. It's only really mid that has any gaps. And even that's being watched sneakily by Bankai every once in a while.
It's hard to imagine this goes their way. Forsaken's able to TP back to the B site. Mindfreak, trade, set up on site with his teammate, and they've already got the advantage, but this relies on Forsaken getting something done, and this is... Oh! He's actually not gotten the kill. Durka made it out. A little bit of information to play with, perhaps, but 30 seconds, Tom. Where they're relying on Boaster, again making it through mid. He's thread the needle. He did this many times in the past. He's had the success before. He won them that round on B, but Bankai, frenzy in hand! No way it's the frenzy to do it! The spike remains in Fnatic's hands, but they've only got 10 seconds to get it planted. They're closing in on the site. That smoke actually allows Davai to stay alive. They've got it planted. They'll get it done just about. A 2 versus 2 emerges.
Chance, Boaster, he's going to get dinked up, both players tagged, and now it's left on to Enzo. A quieter game from him thus far. Needs to try and isolate one of these jewels. Nigo's looking, Forsaken facing the other way. He's heard that window broken, and now looks to try and wrap around behind them, knowing that both players are coming through this door, waiting for that initial fight, and he finds it. Mindfreak once again left into the clutch. He's going to tap onto that spike. In fact, he's looking to try and stick it at least halfway. The Haunt has given him away, and it's a rematch from before. And once again, Mindfreak is going to win it. PRX, they have taken map 1.
Again and again, clutch after clutch, Mindfreak has been there. The foundation of this team, keeping them standing in that first map. They have stolen Fnatic's map pick.
That was the whole best of 3, right, Mitch? That was the whole...